All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, and I ran across this article on RT News. No power to negotiate. Trump cancels Taliban talks, hints at decades more Afghanistan fight. All right, meaning that the U.S., which it ain't gonna be no more decades, as Trump stated, in his quote, but the perpetual war is going to continue on, and the scriptures talk about that. The way of peace they know not. All right, Esau, all right, only knows how to be in perpetual war, how to shed blood, how to cause chaos and confusion and mischief. All right, they have no plans of ever being peaceful amongst the nations, all right, and that's because Yahweh Shem Yahushua made them that way. All right, so you have all these people like with peace rallies, peace this, peace, 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 peace. They talking about peace when the man that's in control as it pertains to the power on the earth at this time doesn't know the way of peace. All right, all they know is how to, steal, kill, destroy. All right, but I'm gonna get into the article. It says the blast in Kabul that killed a dozen of people, including an American soldier, shows that there is no point in negotiating with the Taliban, who can't even uphold a ceasefire during important talks, President Trump has claimed. Now, why would they have a ceasefire when you're running around their nation? You basically bum rush their whole shit, man. You in their land, setting up bases as you've done, among all the nations. You bombing them, killing men, women, and children. All right, I read an article, probably about, say, a month and a half ago, where it says more civilians are killed by American soldiers than said enemies. So why would they cease fire? Why would they let their guard down? Because the history of people letting their guard down, all right, when Esau is in their land, shows that you should never do it. All right, like our brothers Gad and Reuben, they kind of let their guard down, right? And what happened? You Latinos, when them conquistadors and them Spaniards came over there and y'all let your guard down, what happened? Right? The INF Treaty, what happened? Various treaties that Esau, or the American Edomite, has had with other people, he breaks them. Any agreement, he breaks it. And as soon as you turn your back, he put a knife in it. So these people, the Taliban, whatever, the Ishmaelites, they smart. They know not to trust you, man. And this is a quote from Trump. If they cannot agree to a ceasefire during these very important peace talks and will even kill 12 innocent people, then they probably don't have the power to negotiate a meaningful agreement anyway, Trump said in a tweet announcing his decision to call off peace negotiations and cancel the meeting with the Taliban leaders headed for the U.S. Now, it says kill 12 innocent people. Man, nobody dies innocent, but casualties of war have been dropping by the hands of Esau forever. That's like if you got a war with somebody and you go beat up their children or a wife or something. That's a casualty. They may not be necessarily innocent, but they're a casualty. That happens in America every day. So America likes to get in the media and hold these countries to a standard that they're not living by. All right? How can somebody who's been in a perpetual war since the foundation of their country even say the word ceasefire? You've never, especially with the Israelites, you Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, Indian, there ain't been no ceasefire with y'all, with us. And 2/3 of y'all been screaming for peace, peace. Let's be peaceful with the so-called white man, and he never does it. All right, them Ishmaelites over there are smart, man. Smarter than you Jakes over here. All right, how many more decades are they willing to fight? It says, unbeknownst to almost everyone. This is a tweet from Trump. This nigga is the most tweeting president ever. Unbeknownst to almost everyone, the major Taliban leaders and separately the president of Afghanistan were going to secretly meet with me at Camp David on Sunday. It ain't a secret no more. They were coming to the United States tonight, unfortunately, in order to build false leverage they admitted to. They admitted to an attack in Kabul that killed one of our great soldiers and 11 other people. I immediately canceled the meeting and called off peace negotiations. What kind of people would kill what kind of people would kill so many in order to seemingly strengthen their bargaining position? They didn't. They didn't. It's gonna continue on, but it says what kind of people would kill so many in order to seemingly strengthen their bargaining position. A Edomite. Y'all got the most blood on your hands, then more blood on your hands than anybody. You know. It says while many praise the U.S. leader for his refusal to negotiate with the terrorists. I remember Bush had said that back in the day. We don't negotiate with terrorists. But you're a terrorist, man. The American military is terrorists, man. All right. Some of Trump's followers call him out over Washington's own history of standing by meaningful agreements, while others emphasize that nearly 2 decades of fighting and American blood spilling in Afghanistan was already more than enough. All right, so he's gonna continue on in these tweets. Only made it worse. He said they only made it worse. Continuing on from the last tweet. If they cannot agree to a ceasefire during these important peace talks and would even kill 12 innocent people, then they probably don't have the power to negotiate a meaningful agreement anyway. How many more decades are they willing to fight? As long as you're there threatening their land. Scriptures talk about Ishmael, man. Say Ishmael, a wild man. I'm paraphrasing me. He's gonna be at war with all that's around the bottom. Them Ishmaelites ain't. Look, man. They ain't scared of y'all. You know. It says the Taliban could give a damn less what America thinks or wants. This is Sage with age. I don't know who that is. The Taliban could give a damn less what America thinks or wants. They want American occupation ended. 20 fucking years. How long before America learns what Russia's experience in Afghanistan was? If they had bothered to pay attention, we shouldn't be there. Exactly. He's a proud man that don't keep at home. He always in somebody's land doing something, man. All right. At the same time, many seem sincerely shocked that the president even considered holding secret talks with the Taliban on the anniversary of 9/11 attacks, which the U.S. used to justify the invasion of Afghanistan and the perpetual war on terror ever since. It says, Shalakia, like a cherry. That's what I was looking at that article. It says, puzzled by what Trump's plan might be, his Twitter followers argue whether he wants to use the canceled talks as a pretext to stay, or on the contrary, to pull out of Afghanistan entirely and leave the weakened government in Kabul to sort out the mess on its own, which is not gonna happen because once America come into your land, they never leave. It's like I think it's called a squatter. Like once they come over there, they not leaving, man. All right. So I just read this article to show you the hypocrisy of America. They not. That's why when peace talks happen amongst America and other nations, you know, peace never comes forth because they don't know how to be peaceful. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get that. Isaiah 59:7, their feet run to evil and they make haste to shed innocent blood. That's the Edomites. They can't stop. They have a bloodthirst that can never be quenched. They can't stop. Their feet run to evil and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. So whichever direction they go, that's why the scriptures call it a border of wickedness. Wherever they go, wasting and destruction is going to follow. That's why the scriptures call him the son of perdition. Perdition meaning destruction. Wherever they go, murder, misery, you know what I mean? Damn, everything is going to happen, man. All right? It says, the way of peace, they know not. The way of peace, they know not. An Edomite can't be peaceful. They have to stir up some shit because that's the spirit that was put on them by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, who you people call God and Jesus Christ. That's the spirit that was put on them. They have to shake shit up. They have to do shit like that because they don't know no other way to be. All right? And there is no judgment in their goings. No judgment in their goings because they don't realize the hypocrisy, all right, the hypocrites that they are. Because everything that Trump, well, not just Trump, but the American establishment or empire points their finger at that other nations do, they do it to the max. What's the difference? I mean, when they talk about a terrorist group like the Taliban, what's the difference between the Taliban and the fucking military? What's the difference? Y'all both kill people. Y'all both, cause, death to get your point across. But for some reason, in the American establishment's mind and the mind of a lot of the people in America, the majority of the people in America, when the American government sends its soldiers to kill, is justified. They're heroic. You a hero. But when other countries do it, they're a villain. There's no judgment in their goings. They can't even see the hypocrisy that they are committing, man. All right. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. And that's you American people, man. You'll never know peace, man. You people, and the people so crazy because they'll march for peace, but then the media tell them who the new enemy is and they'll ride with the media. My bad. It's like they'll ride with the media. Everybody wants everything to be peaceful and equal and all this shit. But if America get on the TV and tell you, well, we got to go bomb this country for this reason, you'll get this sense of quote unquote American pride and patriotism, and shit. This camaraderie amongst the people to send send these soldiers over there to go kill these families and these people. All right. So that's why the people don't know the way of peace. That's why so much violence in America. All right, like Sirach, matter of fact, I'm gonna get it right quick. The scripture always like hit home, man. It says, it's Sirach 10:2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Meaning, that's why the people don't know the way to peace, the way of peace. That's why so much violence in America. When you have a problem in America, whether you're amongst so-called black people, Latino people, native people, white people, Asian people, all these people that live in America, when you have a problem, the first thing you think is to get violent, get a gun, punch somebody in the face, stab somebody, because that's what are being shown by your ruler, or whatever said ruler is in the seat of quote unquote president at the time. That's what you're being shown. So that's why the people in America, the citizens of America, they don't know the way of peace because the ruler or the rulers don't know the way of peace either. All right, so when you go back to this article, all right, and you see the things that Trump is saying, like, where's the first one at? if they cannot agree to a ceasefire during the, and I'm in the second paragraph, if they cannot agree to a ceasefire during these very important peace talks and would even kill 12 innocent people, then they probably don't have the power to negotiate a meaningful agreement anyway. The same can be said about you. That's the hypocrisy of America, man. Of Esau, really. When have you ever ceased fire? Never. America always has an enemy because they have like an imperialistic type of mindset. And the only way to be imperial is to be strong at war, because it ain't like you gonna walk into somebody's country and talk them into giving you their land or their resources. You gotta kill people. Rule with an iron fist, as they say. So America's been doing that since the foundation of their country, but they're asking other people to cease fire. All right, and once again, them Ishmaelites over there, they know what it is. They know you. They smart, man. Been over there killing them for damn almost 20 years, man. 2019, almost 20 years y'all been over there. But now y'all asking them to cease fire. All right, so I just wanted to make that quick video, all right, to show the hypocrisy of Esau in his establishment, man. All right, the way of peace they know not. So why are you asking other countries to be peaceful, man? All right. But I hope that video was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.